our plants will, if not already, they are to a certain point already affected, but they will be very, very much affected by it. So talking about food, we are eating what comes out of the soil, yes? And this activated silicate, it gives off the near of infrared energy. So it's activating both the mineral and the organic soil particles, as well as soil life and water, when we apply it into the soil.
So you can actually put it in the soil as well? Is that how this technology goes into the soil for the agriculture? Is that what you're saying?
It is in a it's called a microsilicate. It's a fine powder, and it has the same technology input in it. It's just a smaller particle of the larger silicon that's in the chip, for example. So it affects the soil, the plants. It stimulates seed germination. It stimulates root growth. And not only that, but it also indicates that it improves the nutrition deficiency. So we're eventually eating what we're growing, right? So
right.
we can actually, what I do, I actually use it, the chip in my food. Everything we eat goes on it first. So I give the food that I eat, that I cook, before and after even, I put it on the chip. We'll talk about that protection radiation chip. I put everything on it, and the difference is amazing, because we give energy, sun, life, back to the food we eat.
Well, I remember when you brought this in, and when you first came to me, and I had a bag of, I was cherries. And so we divided them in half. We put some of the cherries on your chip, and some of them we kept it for a minute, as I recall.
Very seconds.
And then we ate one of the regular cherries, then we ate a cherry off of that chip.
Yeah.
The difference was amazing. It was juicier and it was sweeter. And you told me you can do this with the wine as well. Is that right?
Anything. I mean, it's cellular based. It's our food. They will receive that energy. They will receive that frequency and instantly, within seconds, improve basically the basic composition of that salad, of that fish, of that piece of meat, or whatever.
You put it in your refrigerator too, I believe, right?
I do it because that's all where I store my food. I have it now, and so I know that my food that I will eventually eat sometime will be at in the right environment. Let's put it that way.
How about that, Kimberly? You who deal with bioenergetic food, right?
Well, that's what I was going to say. For the listening audience, people know about photonic value of food, in that there's many studies that are documented about organic food having a higher photonic vibration than inorganic, conventional, and that's already studied. So now you're just adding on to that, and they can understand that. Yeah.
Now, the other thing that I've seen that this technology that you're introducing has made a huge difference in my houseplants. So you're actually seeing it in agriculture, putting it in the soil. My houseplants revived in a week, bringing a whole new germination happening to it.
They need to do this for the bees.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, and there was a study I saw that they were testing 5G in the Netherlands, and a whole group of birds fell from the sky.
Come
Come on.
Lose their orientation.
Yeah.
So do the bees. They lose their orientation and they won't come back. I'm not that far yet how we could bring our bees back, but I'm sure there would be a way. But in the meantime, if you have pets at home, if you put some of these, chips where your pets live, where they sleep, close to your plants, basically anything that has life as self. Yes, life. We're talking about cellular life.
Well, and we can see that in just the plants that I was talking about, the house plants.
Correct, of
but
course.
you're also dealing with agriculture and putting the powder in the soil as well, which is making a difference, having them yield more, better tasting, and all that. So that's just one of the technologies.
They grow better.
You've got another technology that you're bringing.
It's the same technology.
Okay.
Same technology,
and
different
that's
form.
Water technology, right? Say more about that.
Different form. So we're looking at photon water technology. Yes. So we're thinking of it helps the cells. Water is another subject. So we focus with the photon water technology We focus on performance and potency of the information in the water and not on the mechanical function of filters. Now, a mechanical filter, for example, those block filters and osmosis systems, only filter parts mechanically out of the water. These filters are then usually heavily contaminated with germs, and we have to change them. We all know that.
Right.
All these filters have
at
to
least
be changed.
once a year, right?
So the substances, they are removed from the water, depending on the opening size of the filter. So it depends how big, how many cells there are in the filter. It filters more or less. So there are very expensive ones and very cheap ones. But a filter cannot distinguish between a good and a bad substance, does it? So as a result, especially in osmosis, important substances like the minerals, the trace minerals, etc., they're removed. But the bad stuff, the good stuff is gone too. So what's left is distilled water that is stripped of all its natural composition. It's dead. It's dead. So this dead water must then be rebuilt. And we put in minerals, etc.,
because water is the basis of life, right?
Water's life.
Yeah.
Plato said that many centuries ago. They already knew that then. So we have to put tablets and minerals back in to restore it to be a natural. But that by itself, having to put that back in is an unnatural thing. It's unnatural. Right. Yes. So the question is, why do we kill the polluted water? Why don't we heal it? And so, yes.
And you're saying your technology does
and
that?
This is the photon water technology.
How can that be?
How can it be? Now, tests have been done on that. So the test that coming out of Germany, as a matter of fact, another test has been done by the German government. So officially, it will be certified by the government itself. How can that be? What we do, we focus on the energy in the water, not on the substances. That is not what really heals us or improves our health on a cellular basis.
Okay.
There's an increase in the oxygen content. Once the water goes through the device, which is just a small device, inches long, filled with the technology, yes, it improves and increases the oxygen content from a 7.2 to 10.4, what they call mg micrograms per liter. And this is the level of the oxygen content in spring water. The spring water is always above 10 mg per liter.
Okay.
So then there is a change in the lime structure. So
now, lime is often accumulated in pipes, and it becomes a real problem, right?
Look at your tea kettle. Your tea kettle or wherever you heat the water in it, yes? You can make that test yourself. You can but there is a change in the lime structure and it into smaller calcium crystals, meaning the technical quality of the water increases enormously and the risk of calcification drops to a minimum. Your water conducting devices, the spared lime spots on surfaces are prevented. They disappear. Showers, everything that comes in touch with water is always
Which
encrusted.
is important because we absorb the water in our shower. So we're absorbing, if it's crappy water, we're absorbing that into our body. But this prevents that, right? That's amazing.
Absolutely. Yes, because of this, the structure is changed. The structure of the water is changed. Now, the toxic substances, through this process, they are deprived of their information. It's we're 21st century.
It's quantum physics.
What's that, Kimberly?
It's quantum physics. That's what it is. Yeah.
Absolutely. And that means because the toxin substances, they're deprived of their information, that means that the information of the toxicity they carry is neutralized.
That's fantastic.
So the photon water technology, they converts the water to cell structure. The water and the pollutants are now recognized by their organism and can be immediately separated, and the toxins are excreted. So the body realizes, oh, this is good, I keep it. Oh, this is bad, out, away.
Oh my God.
Well, before this happens, we can't tell. The body can't tell what's good, what's bad. So what happens is, besides that, there is no more need for us to process metabolically our body doesn't accumulate toxins.
Oh.
They go straight through.
That's amazing. That is something to be grateful for. So now it's about getting the word out. And oh my gosh, there's so much to talk about. We're down to our last minute, and we could really go on and on with this. But your information has been phenomenal, Ute, and we're so grateful to you to bringing that to the United States and to the world for health and well-being. So important. How can people find out about this and get the chip particularly, and more information from you?
Well, my email is ute.vela@IonCareusa.com. That's
and then we have the chip available through essentialstar.com. Go to devices, and you'll see the chip is there, and it's available for purchase through our website. So thank you so much, Ute, for coming and being with us today. Your information is fantastic.
Thank you for having me.